The other day I was chatting to a friend who was getting ready for a job interview, and we were talking about the common but difficult questions that you get asked in job interviews. Things like, what is your biggest weakness? Or what can you bring to the company? It got me thinking, what are the common but difficult questions in IELTS? Well, in today's lesson, we're going to look at 20 questions that will develop your critical thinking skills and help you feel more prepared for your IELTS writing test. So these questions can be divided into 5 different categories. Let's first of all look at questions on the environment. The first question is, what can individuals, companies, governments do to protect the environment? Now, we don't just want to say recycle waste and then move on to the next question. The important thing to do is to take the time to really think about this question. The more time that you spend doing this in your preparation period, the faster you will be in your real exam. Let me show you what I would recommend. We're going to make a mind map. In the center of our mind map, we write our question. What can individuals, companies, governments do to protect the environment? After that, we create the subcategories. So let's put individuals, companies, and the government. Once we have our subcategories, we focus on each one. Let's start with individuals. Okay, so what can individuals do? First of all, they can reduce, reuse, and recycle. So, reduce meat consumption, reuse plastic bags, and recycle plastic waste. Okay, what else can they do? They can conserve energy and water. So, for example, they can shorten shower times. Also, they can use public transport. For example, take the bus to get to work instead of their private car. What else can they do? Educate themselves and others. Well, how can they do that? They can raise awareness of environmental issues among friends and family. Now, if you were to only mention these ideas in your IELTS essay, you could get band 6.5, possibly band 7. However, by expanding upon each of these ideas with examples like these, we're able to get band 7, 8, or even 9. Okay, so what about companies? Well, how about reducing waste and improving recycling? A clothing company can offer free repairs for damaged clothing. What else can a company do? How about making eco-friendly products and packaging? For example, using packaging that is compostable, meaning it can be broken down in the earth. Companies can also use sustainable materials, the way a clothing company might use organic cotton. Great, so we've got 3 ideas for how companies can protect the environment. What about the government? Now, in IELTS, you're actually often asked about what the government should do for various things. For example, what can the government do to reduce homelessness? What can the government do to protect the environment? That kind of thing. I want to show you something. Now, while I think it's best to spend time thinking about the ideas for yourself, you can also use AI to help you come up with ideas. Go to ChatGPT and type in a question like, what can governments do to protect the environment? And then look at this. We get 15 ideas on how the government can protect the environment. I would recommend that you choose your favorite 3 ideas. You don't want to be overwhelmed with too many ideas. Just choose 3. So here are the ones that I'm going to add to my mind map. Waste management infrastructure. So making sure that there are lots of recycling points for people. Environmental education awareness. So funding awareness campaigns about how to recycle effectively. Also, invest in renewable energy, which means using wind and solar energy instead of burning fossil fuels. Okay, so here we have it. We've got a great mind map that's going to help us be able to quickly come up with ideas in our IELTS test. Here's something I want to show you. Because we've taken the time to make this mind map, if we get asked a question like this, we're going to feel more prepared. The question asks, individuals can do nothing to improve the environment. Only governments and large companies can make a difference. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So this is a very common Task 2 IELTS question. Well, we already know our answer. We've got a list of things that individuals can do, so we know immediately that we disagree with this statement. By the way, this is the latest essay I've added to EnglishProTips.com. If you want to read the model essay, go to EnglishProTips.com, sign up for a free account, and then go to Writing Task 2. The first 3 model essays are for all members. Click into it and you have the essay in a gap fill. You have the examiner comments, you've got the useful vocabulary, and this one even has an extra quiz to help you remember the vocabulary. Right, so far we have covered one of the 20 questions that I'd recommend brainstorming before your IELTS test. What I've done is I've made a PDF with all of the 20 questions. I'll put that in the description to download below this video. I suggest that you do a similar mind map for each of the questions. You can either use a pen and a pencil to make your mind map, or you can use a website called Miro. Now, the cool thing about Miro is that it has the AI function inside. So we can take a question like, is it a good thing that more people own their own private car? On one side we can write yes, on the other we can write no. And here's the magic part. Click the Miro AI button and then expand with ideas. Suddenly you have all of these new ideas. Now what I would recommend is that you go through these ideas and delete a few so that you only have 3 ideas in total. The ones that stand out most to you and the ones that you think you could mention in your IELTS essay. By the way, Miro is totally free and I'll put a link in the description below this video. Listen, I hope this lesson has been useful and that the PDF, model essay and techniques for developing ideas and critical thinking skills will help you with your preparation. Good luck with your studies and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye then.